Fuck.
It happens.
If you say dispatch wrong, it sounds like you're saying this bitch.
I mean, to be fair, there is one this bitch within dispatch which I particularly hate, but anyway.
This bitch.
I'm just bragging that I did a really fast shower, that's all.
No, but you win. 10
You win.
minutes is really fast.
You definitely win.
And I put oil in my hair afterwards as well.
You put. Oh, okay.
It's a whole thing, okay? Being a
Alright.
woman is difficult. You don't understand.
No. I
I go wavy hair. It just goes super frizzy if I don't put any hair oil in it. It just goes
Fair.
really frizzy.
It poof.
And it's going to be warm tomorrow apparently, so.
Oh no, dry.
I forgot that you're in a different country than us. I'm like, it's always warm in Malaysia. What are you talking about?
Nah.
No.
It's gonna go from winter to summer in one day. Instead, just skipping straight over spring, which is the best time.
Oh no. I mean, to be fair, I would love to have a country where yeah, I should just move to the Alaska if I just want fucking winter constantly.
I do
You
not.
would want winter just constantly, not all the time. It gets old.
No. I want winter constantly mainly because I don't like any sort of warm weather. I like to be cold.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
you
a
say
difference between like to
that.
be cold and living in Alaska, though. There's a difference.
Exactly. Like you say you want to be cold all the time, but the reality of being cold all the time is it's awful. Like the
cold all the time.
cold goes into your bones.
What?
Yeah, like
What?
you're so
Wait,
cold.
wait. Y'all don't like the cold?
I hate it. I hate it so much.
My most favorite time in Australia when I was studying was winter when I was like,
Australia doesn't get cold.
No, that
Not like Alaska
Australia
cold.
is Alaska is stupid. Australia
No,
cold
I haven't been
is
to Alaska. I don't know how cold that is.
like Australia
Minus
cold
30.
is already too much for me.
Frequently.
Like I think the lowest I've been is -2, and already I'm actually no. It will be
-2, where you go?
It will be 14 degrees, and I'm already complaining.
Oh, the coldest
Like,
I've been is I think China in like super middle of winter, -20.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's cold.
Still was great for me.
no. I
So much
refuse.
better than other things.
Would you want it to be -20 every day?
No,
I didn't have a problem with it.
No, but you want it every single day.
Yeah, compared to every single day being hot here.
no.
I like
If
myself
I
a
had to
country
pick
with
both,
seasons.
between both, I would pick cold over hot. If I could have like a nice even
What I'm
spread of
saying
time.
is, don't pick one. Go to a country that has seasons.
Yeah, so
You could have winter and summer, and the summers don't have to be crazy.
Like, I will tell you, the only thing that I miss from being cold is the fact that you can put on a jacket and a scarf, and nobody knows you wore the same shirt yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or you could just put on a jacket and a scarf, and you're not cold anymore. Whereas when it's really, really hot,
For
there's only so
me,
much you can take off.
for me, it is just cold because I don't move. So it's just like there is no such thing as warm. And then if I put on too many clothes, I literally cannot move because I don't have the strength to maneuver.
I see.
That makes sense.
So I hate the cold because it immobilizes me.
That makes sense. You hibernate.
Like, no, I can't. Hibernation is boring. There's only so much sleep I can have. Where's this Michael?
I know, right? I was like, let me quickly do my Genshin dailies before game starts, and then I'm like, I'm already done. We're not starting yet.
Where's Michael?
Exactly. I mean, the only person we know is not gonna be here is Ben, and he's definitely not here. But where? Where Michael?
Where Michael?
Yeah, someone he was all like game day! Exclamation mark!
This bitch.
Sorry, I was busy. I didn't say it until after it had been requested.
I didn't say anything. I was like, I saw, and then Joe was like, "Where's the game day?" And I was like, "Bitch, I don't know."
Oh, there he is.
If we don't say it, it won't
We
happen.
have summoned him. Nice.
We don't say
Hey,
it.
Mike.
Joe immediately goes, "There's no game."
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
I panic. I'm like, "No, there's game."
Game day, I also think there's no game.
I literally looked. I was like, "No one said game day. The chat's been quiet since last night. Oh no, do we have game?"
I've been so busy today. Okay,
Yeah.
since everybody's here, Prepare your butts, I guess.
Oh.
I say that,
For
but really,
what?
What way?
Since Morgana
way?
must
Is it sexy?
prepare her butt.
All right, I need to pull up my notes. Fuck.
I can prepare my
out
butt.
of your
What?
butt.
Oh
Yeah,
my
sure. Why the hell not?
Sure. Okay.
Can I have a very quick session count? I forgot what session we're on.
We are on 46.
Oh wow, I missed 2
Wait, what?
sessions worth of things.
No, we are not. Are we
No, we're
on
not.
46? RPG
45.
45.
Okay,
Well,
sweet
Oh,
Jesus.
I
40
counted session 0.
Yeah, if you count
Oh.
session 0, it's 46. Otherwise, it's
Great.
45.
Okay, I'm quite on the mark. Yay.
Yep.
Oh
Okay,
man, it's hard to believe we've like already 46 sessions thus far. Jesus.
I have
been over a year.
bypassed the number of Joe's game because he just never restarted it. I'm talking shit now. Okay. Game starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Kawans. No game next week because of life stuff, but yes, game this week. Joe, welcome back to Immortal Part 1 with me, your game master, Little Cat. In session 45, payments were doled out. The plan for the transfer of the high-profile persons were discussed, although not at length, as there were still too many variables. Wendigo learned something about Morgana from Lily. Valerius confronts the silent Erin, and Gunlaug comes clean to her mother about her guilt and where it came from. Although the night remained tenuous for some as difficult truths linger in the air, it passed without event, where we find the morning greeted by Morgana, for the first time leading a mission for her team. A visit to her alma mater. Morgana, you had once thought your visit to the acclaimed Iceroot College of Magic would be on a more relaxed occasion, but that was not the case at the current moment. I'm going to do a quick flashback moment for the last time you had been to Iceroot. Who were you with and what were you doing there? The last time you were at Iceroot.
The last time I was in Iceroot, I was like when I was packing up.
Mm-hmm.
When I was packing up, and a friend or some person, bluish green orc, by the name of Isanor. Isanor, is that what you typed it? Yeah. Was trying to stop me from leaving, and she just kept talking, and I got annoyed.
Okay, did you do anything to her, or did you just completely ignore her as she sort of spoke at you as a way for her to sort of get to know you? Make me an insight check real quick.
Insight. Ding, ding, ding.
25. You know that she's been pestering you for the better part of a really long time as far as you're concerned. Every time you hear her voice, it's always laced with something extra. It's never just for friendship's sake. And right now she is talking at you and all you can think of is, what does she want now?
So I turned around and I was like, what is it? What is it? What do you want? Why won't you let me leave?
I'm just trying to make friends with you. You know, it's been several years. We've been in the same class, and every time you're in the library, I want to sit down and read books with you, but you never listen to me. I just want to be friends.
Why?
You are very intelligent. I think we could have more of that in this school. Not that this school is full of stupid people, don't get me wrong, but there's something about you, something extra maybe. Also, you're very quiet, and that kind of interests me a little bit.
Unfortunately, I will be leaving. If you had come up to me earlier, maybe things would be different.
she gives you this face of like, bitch, I've been in front of you every day, but you ignore me. It's a face of absolute dumbfoundedness at your comment, and then she's taken aback, and then she takes a step back as well, and she goes, right, right, carry on. I guess um everyone is not important enough for Miss Morgana Waters, and then she sort of walks off.
Does she realize I'm leaving the school for good?
Yep. You are both in the graduating class. Kind of
Okay.
like you're both done with your thesis. Obviously, your thesis is better and more acclaimed than hers. Purely because of the subject matter in hers, you think is a bit superfluous. It's a bit like, when is this thesis? What is it?
Are you asking me, was it?
No. It's in like every time you look at it, you're like, this is not important compared to what I've been doing with Professor Stumney. Come on, man.
Ne?
Tell me about the thesis that you had finished and is now published.
Oh. It's been a long time. It's like 100 years ago, let me think. Morgana's thesis was on the on the spreadability of magical fire.
Oh. Very, very interesting. Considering that, Ice Root is part of um the elven noble family that takes care of the other part of um the military. It's contra to the House of Raxley.
Yeah.
And this is of particular interest to your heads of department as well, which was why you were considered very popular at that time in an academic sense. You weren't exactly the most popular person in the school because you were quiet, you kept to yourself, you studied, but you were the best at your field. Now then, with that image in mind, with how you left, with the people that you sort of vaguely remember, how you're not standing in front of your team, you're doing a briefing. Who have you arranged with you? How did you get them, and sort of what are they doing
Like in the school?
currently in Fantasy Club Med?
Oh. I sent a sending to let me see, this old lady, the one old lady. Professor Stumney. Okay.
Okay.
I sent a sending Professor Stumney to let her know that I was planning to come over for a visit. And would she be able to hook me up with the TP?
Yes. You get a message back with the TP circle coordinates as well as her going, "Oh, it'd be delightful to see you again, Morgana. I have some things that I wish to discuss in an academic sense. I will have what is that? Professor Rafika will be handling you. Are you coming alone?
Send another one back. No, I'll be coming with some friends. Can't wait to see you and Professor Fika.
Brilliant, brilliant. It's perspectives. Yes. That is all you get from Professor Stubney. But you are now addressing your team. Are you bringing everyone here? Except for Dr. Bosk, who has told you that she will not be attending this particular mission because there are some things having to do with some prototype, something backpack. You're not sure exactly what she said, but it sounds weird, and you're like, fine. Yeah, chill.
Morgana asked the team if they all would like to come along.
And which of the team are going?
Hello, team.
Hello, team.
My mic was muted.
Very good.
Who do you need and what do you need us for?
Yeah.
What will be the things that you'll need?
Must I come?
If you really don't feel like it, you. I mean, I don't mind. I prefer your company.
Mm,
But
Valer-
Good. I was
we
just wondering what kind of skills are we looking for? What would you want us to do? What's the plan?
I believe the more eyes, the better. We go through the school at the same time. See if there's anything fishy or something standing out.
I've
Yeah,
never been to a fancy school. What should I be looking for? I mean, what is fishy?
that's true.
And
When you get
where are
there,
we?
when we
Yeah.
get there, I'll point out things that are common, and then we'll see what's not.
Morgana, you remember from just vague memory about your school. You know that currently, uh, a lot of the students are preparing for a big exam, so the students will hardly be wandering around, most of them. They use little gargoyles as a CCTV, but you can't really communicate to those gargoyles. They're very small, not very discreet, like very obviously looking at you if you're a student on the grounds. You also know that the prospectus visitation hours is only usually about 3 hours long, so you have to get in, do your snooping, and get out within those times. But Ice Route is very, very, very big, and it's very, very, very easy to get lost. And a lot of the rooms, although you have been there for a really long time studying, there's still a lot of places that you don't know where it goes. So your guess is as good as any. If it says do not enter, maybe enter.
Yep. I tell the team I've got a few professors that I still on and off keep in contact with, and I believe we might be able to get some information from them. But we are trying not to bump into the matron. So does everybody by now know how the matron looks like?
Yes, she has a very public sort of file for anybody to sort of go in. And you know that once you come into the school grounds, there will be pictures of her pretty much almost everywhere. It's like the school varsity kind of thing.
Yeah. So we don't know if the matron will be around, but if we do see her coming, probably we should hide away. Just in case.
Has Morgana ever met the matron in person?
Yes.
I have never interacted with them. No.
Yeah. So
Met.
so what the matron does is at the end of every sort of university year, the thesis the thesis participants? No. The people who have finished their thesis and have published it will go on stage and receive like a scroll and blah blah blah. The matron will be the one going, "Good job. Here's a piece of paper.
Take picture.
Take picture.
Hey,
Thumbs up.
shake my hand.
Shake my hand."
Oh, then Morgana would have a picture of her with the matron.
Yeah, if you have it still, unless it was in your house that burned down.
What do you mean burn down again?
No, your old house.
Again?
Again.
But that was before school.
Oh, right. Sorry. DM misremembered. It
Again?
burned down again. No. Where would you have kept this picture? Like,
It would be in my current house, which I'm not staying in at the moment.
okay, but you
So
are
probably on the wall. Plus,
you are
picture with
also
thesis.
you also know her face. It's not a very forgettable face. Do you have minor image? Minor illusion, I think.
Wait, I have major image. Minor,
Cantrip.
no
the
minor.
cantrip one, the picture one.
No, cantrip, no, don't have.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm
It's
sure
fine.
we can figure it out by looking in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you walk in the front door, her picture is there.
Okay.
I mean,
Should be
she's been the headmistress ish, like the matron of the entire school for almost 200 years. So it's you know.
Yeah. So it's gonna be quite cold over there. So maybe get some jackets.
Right.
A thick coat,
Should
preferably
we
black in
like,
color.
should we be like dressing to impress? Like, is it just gonna be like fancy
Morgana,
people there?
You can.
based on Gunlag's question, you know that the people in front of you are not exactly up to snuff when it comes to their presentation, except Wendigo, who looks like he can be your typical bodyguard kind of person.
Yay.
Dapper.
I feel like I just got slighted, but okay.
Hey, you showed us what your new armor looks like.
Yeah, you look like a turtle.
I mean, that's armor, not outfit.
Morgana would guess that Valerius would have his fancy outfits. You also have your fancy outfits still from when you went to Athlon Minor. But that's like dress clothes.
We'd want to look a little bit, presentable, a little bit fancy. I will be bringing you all in under the pretense that you guys would like to. You guys are thinking of sending your children there.
Fine.
It is a pretty high-end school after all.
Children.
Whose
Okay.
children? My children?
All of
Let's
your
guess
unborn.
Valerius will wear something like this then. I'll post it in the Discord chat.
Eh,
As you
can
posted
I
in the
borrow some
Discord.
clothes from you? And I don't know, Val, can you like do the thing again where you
What, do you
make
want me
me
to turn me
look older
human?
this time? No, maybe I shouldn't look like I'm 18 and discussing where I'm sending my children to school.
I mean, why the hell? But okay. I'm
she's
assuming it's
pretty young.
a check then, right?
You've dressed her up before. Now it's between you and Morgana sort of discussing how to dress everybody up.
I mean, I feel like for me, it'd be more towards the makeup part.
Yeah.
Valerius, especially, you have thought of having children yourself many times. It's part and parcel of why you have Floaty. You want to be a good parent. You also coming from a very affluent upbringing, know about prospectus visitations. So when you go to a fancy school and you look around, you're like, oh yes, this school has a what? How many bathrooms? What do you serve? Roast beef on Sundays? Okay, that kind of thing. So you're well aware of these kind of things. So you know how to dress up. Morgana, you have gone through this. You're an alma mater, so discuss.
Okay. So, yep. I can lend you one of my dresses.
Okay.
Good luck. Yep.
Yep.
Then, Wendigo, do you still have the suit from the last time?
Isn't he wearing it?
Is he wearing it? The one where you comb his hair in the brothel.
Wait, wasn't it just a toga?
That was returned. Like he's not walking around with a brothel suit.
He's not walking around with it, but it's like in the room or something. We could.
Nah, he didn't keep it.
Okay, we could go buy some. I think we have some time. We could go
I
buy some.
don't need clothes.
Gunlock looks at Valerius like, what do you mean,
Oh.
our children? Is that what we're going with?
We're pretending to be single parents, be able to afford this fucking fancy school.
Okay, fine, I guess. I don't know. Do you want to go with orc names, human names?
I mean, the large skull crusher would be really fun, but I don't think it's quite what they're going for.
Okay,
Hold
Valerius,
on a second. Yep.
you know for a fact this, out of all the times you've been dropping your name, this would be the perfect time.
Yes, I'm very much aware. I'm very, very much aware.
Don't give fake names.
Valerius looks at Wendigo.
They will know.
Valerius looks at Wendigo. I know. I'm not planning to hide my face, so if I give a fake name, it will be very, very obvious.
Make me an
Anyway.
intelligence check, Valerius.
Okay.
Uh,
Is it
history.
the next dawn already, by the way? Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Yeah,
straight
it's
up
it's next
intelligence.
door. Just add your history proficiency over.
It will be +4, so unnet 20.
Okay, very good, very good. You don't have to use the name Valerius because you're pretty sure nobody has sort of pinned the name Valerius to your face, but you can probably definitely use the names of one of your cousins.
What Wendigo is saying is, your first name isn't really important, but don't fake a family name.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
These guys will check lineage.
I mean, all I need to do to show my lineage is just wear the jacket, just wear the outfit I posted in the photo, then attach the Riker badge to the left breast, and then everyone will be like, "Oh shit, glowing blue badge! Gee, I wonder where he's from."
Absolutely. Very, very
Okay.
conspicuous.
So the plan would be Gunlog and Valerius are going in with your friend Wendigo.
Valerius
Or
looks at
bodyguard.
Gunlog.
Will that be okay? Bodyguard.
I reckon.
So that gives Wendigo a little bit more space on how to dress.
He's already looking like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't
Normally,
really need to
Wendigo
check.
walks around with what, like a 3-piece suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He's,
Full time.
he's like
The
I
whole
was like, what is
time.
he wearing? I forgot. Yeah.
He's like
check
James
their bio
Bond.
and info.
Yeah, I remember. I suddenly remember. That's why I said 3-piece suit. I'm like, oh, that's all the time. Okay, so good. All right.
Fancy is the dress that Gunlag is squeezing into because I want to picture this in my head. It's gonna be great.
But she's wearing a corset?
Wow.
Damn.
Isn't
It's a lot.
Right.
A long, flowy dress.
Okay.
Oh god, yes.
Let me just get this straight. What is the plan again?
Well, it appears, at least from what I understand, me and Gunlock are going to be pretend scouting out the school for our child. I suggest Martin as a boy, by the way. Are we having a boy or
Okay.
having a girl?
You know what? You choose. It's our pretend children.
Whoever's going to make the deception check, please choose.
Okay. Martin
have-
then. Martin Riker.
I have shit deception, so you go for it.
Martin Riker. Okay.
Martin Riker, yeah, that works.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
I just got to turn you a little bit older, Gunlock. Anyway, just to let you know, I blew up part of
You
the
too, by the
underground.
way. Unless, am I like your cougar mama? Is it like scandalous? Is it scandalous?
It is
Wow.
not scandalous.
Wow.
With
What's
given
happening?
I need a minute.
given the different age groups within Roar and how diverse it is, ageism isn't a thing after you reach the general legal age of that particular race.
Okay, so
I mean, both of you look pretty legal, yes?
yes, I
Barely, I think.
Valerius is 22. How old is Gunlock again?
Like 19.
Baby.
Oh, you're all gonna look a little bit older.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is
Yeah.
believable that she's got a kid at it's like, I don't know, 10 or something that needs to go to this school.
Okay, I guess we
Yeah,
need to put
Morgana's
makeup for
like 200.
everyone.
Hey,
Years
let
old.
me just say that if you have enough money, you can look young forever. Look at Martha
That's
Stewart.
Good point. Good point.
She is 80.
But I mean, like, if you
Damn.
can, like, stop at like 25, that would be like an ideal place, I reckon, to stop.
Hmm. All right.
It
Looks
is
like I'm
not
putting makeup.
Valerius's first time to do some makeup magic. So
Yes. Valerius just
I think
sits
it
down
just
in front of
looks like
Gunlock.
you're like a youthfully looking 30, you know? That's the...
Yeah, that's fair. Valerius just sits in front of Gunlock with the makeup kit. It's like, all right, I'm gonna turn you a few years older. Just to let you know, I blew apart the slums. Did you get a few great hairs from that? Anyway.
You blew apart the slum?
No, that was just a joke, but please continue. All right, I'm gonna make a disguise kit check then. That's for
You see-
Gunlog.
You do
That's
see the
from
frown
Ray.
lines appearing immediately, sir.
It's like, yes, perfect. I can just deepen those in.
You don't need a lot to make Good Luck look older because Good Luck is already
Oh.
like just high stress all day every day. But also, you've seen her mother Gun. Like for an orc her age, she looks good. Like Good Luck just has good genes. So just like a little bit of line here,
Denim.
but it's done. Like Good Luck has that stern face that tells you that this woman probably takes care of like 2 children on a daily basis.
It does have the mom look down.
Mhm.
Oh,
The
yep.
stare down.
Okay, my checks are 15 for Gunlog, 21 for me. Do I need to put makeup on anyone else?
Nope.
Okay.
Tell me
Okay.
what kind of
Kinda
makeup
going at
you put on yourself.
Just make myself look older, basically. Whatever that equates to, because I don't know how to explain that.
Prosthetic
What
wrinkles.
age would you desire to look as?
Probably early 30s. That would be the most, at least for a human, the most conceivable age to probably have a child that's roughly 10 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
Really,
It goes
30, 10
on.
years child means you have a child at 21, 22.
I mean, yeah. Some people start at 18, so can't say anything about that.
I mean,
Some people
People-
start long before 18.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of you look dressed. Morgana, you know that you can leave anytime you want.
Yeah. Look around. Does anybody have anything else they want to do before we leave?
I'm good.
Mhm.
I'm
Dressing
just
is
gonna
really
go.
uncomfortable.
I'm just gonna go say bye to my kids for a bit. You guys wanna say bye to your own people too?
All right.
I
I
would
we
have
were
thought
just
we
going
did
for a
that
couple of
already.
hours.
Yeah,
No,
but I
it's like
just wanna say
morning
bye.
briefing.
Right.
All right. Well, let's
Alright,
go say goodbye then.
and
Check
meet
in
you
with them
back
later.
here in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes.
It's literally a drive by.
Yep. Valerius returns to his unknown home situation to say goodbye, then return back to the briefing.
Okay.
Lug just
Um,
stays.
Mm-hmm.
So we are at the AG's teleportation circle.
You don't have to. You can like teleport wherever. You have the TP spell. The spell
Oh,
puts
I don't have
you
to be in the thing.
at the circle. Yeah, you will
Oh,
just
okay.
end up at another circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so tell me how it looks like. Like you've got 2 fancy people with a bodyguard.
Yep. I. So don't need to draw the circle on the floor, I don't need.
You've done that
Okay,
before.
so I pick like a wide-ish space. I draw the circle. I beckon everybody to come into the circle, and then I cast a spell
Cast the spell.
with verbal sound.
I'm sorry, I can't.
So bad.
It's just as bad as I was just randomly. I was talking to one of my friends, and I didn't understand what she was saying, so I just went. I know you're making mouth noises. Anyway, the spell goes out without a hitch. You know exactly the coordinates that you're supposed to land in, and when you arrive, through Morgana's teleportation, all of you find yourself on a circle found in a beautiful courtyard. There's lush flower beds, old verdant trees. The smell of jasmine floats through the space, as well as a few flower petals landing on each of you. In front of you stands a very, very, very old goblin woman. Her hands clasp in front of her, hair in a bun underneath a brown hairnet adorned with a solitary dragonfly pin. She's also sitting on a wheelchair that she moves through telekinetic means. You're not sure. Like, she's not wheeling herself. She smiles at Morgana and stretches out her hand to greet her former students. She doesn't seem to be concerned with the rest of you yet, although all of you know that she does clock you. Like, she does realize there are friends. Morgana! How are you, child? It's been a while.
Hi, Professor Rafika. How are you doing? It's been a long time.
I'm getting older. I think one day tomorrow maybe I'll die.
Oh, no. Why are you outside? Are you waiting for me?
Yes, I was supposed to take you around with your friends. Perhaps it would be good for me to actually get to know them. I am Professor Rafika. I take care of the people who do the writing thing, and I tell them how to do indices and things like that. A little bit things you maybe don't understand.
All right, let me introduce you to my friend.
Yes.
Points at Gunlak. This is Gunlak, and her husband points at Valeria.
Okay, time out.
Time out.
Wait, did you give me names?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, my bad. We said don't use fake names.
No.
No, don't use fake
Don't
family
make
names.
last names.
Fake last names, my bad.
Yes.
Okay. So this
Okay, rewind. No.
Good luck, you think good luck. Can everybody please write the names you'd like to go with?
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead. Vanessa. That sounds very haughty.
Vanessa.
I'm going with Atreus.
Okay, and Wendy? This-
When you go?
This be going as Wendy
Butler.
with a Y.
Jeeves.
James.
Child.
Let's go with this kid.
Kin. Okay.
Kin.
Okay. So scene. Okay.
Out of
So-
character, just because he is your what is it? Do you
Bodyguard?
refer to your bodyguard as kin?
Who are you asking?
You guys, your
people
bodyguard.
who have the bodyguard.
I think I would just be like our ward.
Oh, okay.
Award. Okay.
Our ward?
Very fancy.
Lord. Okay, continue. You now have the secret
Okay.
names.
Yes. Okay. So let me introduce you to my friends over here. So this is Vanessa, points at Gunlog, and her husband, Artuus,
Atreus.
Atreus.
You know, like the kid in Neverending Story whose horse dies.
Yes.
Did not watch that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Atreus. And then this is his their bodyguard, Kin.
Oh,
Mm.
very good. Very good. It's a pleasure to meet you. And then she sort of moves her wheelchair close to Gunlag and holds
That's
your
fine.
hand. Vanessa. Both of you make a very beautiful couple. Come, follow me.
Well, thank you.
She walks you through the verdant green. At first, you all wonder why you're so dressed warmly until you cross the threshold of whatever garden you came from and into the school, and immediately the temperature drops 10 like to like 10 degrees or something like that. Something cold. And you understand why Morgana said cover up, it's gonna be cold. The little old lady brings you past the halls. You see paintings of the matriarch, you see paintings of the prior headmasters and headmistresses of the school. You also see like a organizational chart of all the teachers and the dean of department and etc. Morgana, you It's the same picture. Like nothing has changed. Okay, maybe one or two people have changed, but they're not in your department, so you don't really care.
Uh,
You walk through the
Wendigo would
hallways.
like
Uh-huh.
to study this chart for a bit
Okay, go ahead.
and see if there are any big bulky people on it.
And I want to just, well, there ask about who these different peoples are, what units they teach, and what recommendations she has for what kind of for the
Okay.
like educational plans to follow. Which
Professor
Valerius will
Rafika
Just a
listens to
kind
your
reminder: don't ask too much things that will eat too much time as well.
not
she
not that I think we should, immediately
Hmm.
stop and roleplay all of it. Just like
yeah.
it's a good excuse to kind of stop and look at the
Yeah.
She
faculty.
she sort of nods at your questions as if, yes, this is a lot of parents ask me these questions. She walks you through the important like 10 to 15-year-old stuff. The people who will be handling the arts, mathematics, sciences, like just basic ass sciences, and then you have the people going into magic. When she says magic teachings, magic studies, she turns to Morgana and smiles, um, as if like, oh, she's very proud of the school's magic wing. Um, and she fluffs about asking you about your child's efficacy. Like, are they good with arts and
They
culture?
will
Are
be
they?
studying the magical arts for sure.
She nods. She nods. Make me a
Certain expectations that needs to be upheld.
persuasion check.
Okay.
Valerius is
I want
mostly going to ignore most of the conversation and more focus on how the school is built and just visually see what's what, making it seem like he's more interested to see with his own eyes instead of asking questions.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to Wendigo really quick. Wendigo, are you memorizing this detail or are you just spotting
Uh,
individuals?
Wendigo has a thing, so it benefits him to see if there's anyone comparable to his size.
Uh-huh. There is nobody comparable to your size. You are an 8 foot tall creature. Everybody seems to be very lithe, very small, very nerdy. Even the ones who are the professor of sword studies or something, they tend to be more on the lither side. There's no real like strength build in this organizational chart.
Okay, good to know also.
They're all nerds. Um,
Nightmare.
And we
night.
thought Morgana
whoa,
was nerdy. Turns
whoa.
out
Oh
she's
no,
the
no, Morgana
coolest
is at
kid
home
ever
here.
come to school.
Morgana has like futures here if she chose and felt like it. Valerius, do you have anything to sort of use to study buildings?
Buildings, no.
Okay, so this is just like basic scouting.
Mhm.
Make me make me an investigation check.
Investigation, okay.
Yep, just to get your bearings. Very good.
Big.
Um, your expertise in scouting way back then influences how you look at spaces, and it doesn't matter whether you're in the wilderness, you're in the tundra, or you're in a building. Every wall, every floor, every ceiling, every tree, every light fixture tells you a story about how people design the space. You can tell with the 27 that this particular building is very, very old, and what you see is not necessarily what you'll get. There will be secret passages, but you're not entirely sure how you may get there. Morgana has said this before, that she has never gone through every room in this building. Rafika is sort of going on and on about the studies, the culture, she's very, very excited by um Veronica, was it?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. The V
And
names,
I will
man.
be talking up my child Martin real good.
This imaginary child, Martin.
Yeah.
She is full
She's gonna
on.
get some helicopter parenting vibes, that's for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Your persuasion check does that enough. You're selling it. I wouldn't call it a deception because you're not. Why you're sort of lying, but
I mean,
it's
the
more like
child is not real.
you're performing
Yeah.
a facade.
True.
Okay.
I'd also like to say if Wendigo doesn't see anything on the chart that suits his interest, he's going to focus on looking at the security in the area to try and look for openings, interesting exit entry points, that sort of thing.
Okay. Make me a investigation check for yourself.
Hmm. Oh, 16 if needed to. I can boost it to 20.
I will take a 20 if you feel
Okay.
like.
Sure. One.
Your eye scan, and although it is recognized by Professor Rafika, she sort of hand waves it because you have introduced yourself as, or you have been introduced as the bodyguard. So this is common bodyguard nonsense. You look around, you see the gargoyles that Morgana was talking about. There are blind spots, you think, but they're very few in between each other. Like, not all of the gargoyles look the same. And at some point, you spot, rather, gargoyles hidden in corners. Not necessarily as a shape, but maybe just as a face or like a um, clawed features coming out of crevices. Designed that way. Kind of creepy. Rafika takes all of you past the entryway. There's no more images of the old teachers, no more organizational chats. Now it's images of the school, but way older. Images of the student body at some point, trophies, medals, um, keepsake wands, staffs of known origin that are very powerful. And then you see, sort of at the bottom, Professor Rafika reminds you that these are just reproductions of these very powerful objects.
Okay. So student body isn't there faces or students or something in the past, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
At this point, Wendigo will use his little feature
Mm-hmm.
and just assume it's being said to everyone every time I do this for convenience, vice versa.
Yep.
Is Bluebird there?
Bluebird.
Is what, sorry?
The
Bluebird.
Can I
Bluebird.
ask for if she can show us some of the more prestigious students that the school has produced?
She sort of it's not really a laugh or a scoff. It's somewhere in between where she's like, it's a very haughty, like, huh, kind of thing. And she sort of points throughout the breadth of the hallway that you will be walking through, and she goes, all of the children, all of the students that have come out from here are amazing.
5 hours. Anyway, continue.
5 hours. No, she's very quick. But she pretty much just does like the hand wave over all the images. All of you make me a perception check to find notable persons.
Okay.
I have a question. With the
Mhm.
Riker badge pinned on my shoulder, does any notable person stop to to look at me and verify I'm actually a Riker?
No.
Okay.
The hallways at the moment, you haven't gone into like the area with students yet, but so far the people that pass by you is very few and far in
They do
between.
not give a shit.
They also look very busy.
Okay.
And if you're walking with Professor Rafika, they just like acknowledge her, acknowledge you, and then like piss off somewhere.
Okay.
Wait, can I ask a question? When you click on your thingy, does the come up on Roll20 that says how would you like to roll it?
Yeah,
Like
sometimes.
public or private.
Well, that depends on
Yeah,
what you said.
can you set it auto public?
When they go, it's just a
Okay,
10. I'm not using
so
6.
so what you do is you click the cog on the
Uh-huh.
top
Yep.
right side.
Yep.
Is it? No, sorry. You go to your character page, and then you go to the cogwheel on your character page on the character sheet.
Page cogwheel. Oh, no.
Hello? Yes? Good?
Is there a
Yes?
cogwheel on my character page?
On your
Yeah,
character
next,
sheet.
next to
So,
spells.
you know how it says bio info and then character sheet and then attributes and abilities?
Yeah.
Go to
Next
character
your
sheet.
spells.
Yep.
And then at the bottom it says core, bio, and spells.
Or bio.
The top. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So click the cogwheel on that, and then on
Yeah.
the third column, which is on the right,
Uh-huh.
it says there's a checkbox that says NPC. But don't check that. You know how it says roll query, whisper rolls to GM, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Yeah, you just change those. So usually I put roll queries. I put always roll advantage, so you get 2 numbers.
Yep.
Whisper rolls to GM. You click never whisper rolls,
Oh, okay.
and then you play with that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, done. Where was I? What was the question? Okay, you guys rolled 15, 18, 18.
Yeah. Forget the
And
10. It doesn't do anything.
Eh, Wendigo, you're too involved in looking at the gargoyles, looking to see if there's any eyes that you can avoid. The rest of you, you. Did I mention Bluebird? Yes, I did. You see the children, the Basul children, essentially, in different classes. The twins, although of the same year, specialized in different things. You have Bluebird, and you also, especially Gunlaug. I think it was Gunlaug who saw the newspaper clipping of the matron shaking hands and giving like a parcel to Black
Tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Mm.
You see that face very prominently in the school year of Myra C.
Ooh, I will whisper that in the connection to the creepy voice.
Okay, so the black tabaxi face is frequently present in the Myra C, is it? It's easier.
It is in the same class. Like, you know, you have a class picture.
Does it have
Oh,
a name?
Do you
With the picture?
ask? No, the picture doesn't have a name.
Okay, so it's not like a little pictures of everyone with plaques of who's in the picture.
No, this is like a school photo on the wall. Like every year is different. You will have like the year.
Then
Graduating
I'll
class?
just take note
wait,
of
wait,
the year, and I think we can look it up later.
Okay.
take note of year. Okay,
Year and
question.
class.
So the Basul twins, do they appear together or do they seem to be in separate classes all the
They
time?
are in
like
separate
that?
classes. Does
Okay.
anybody ask this question to Rafika?
Who's just the matron's children here? I believe I've seen them in tabloids.
Yes. Um, the the patron's children obviously is some of note. Unfortunately, we don't really keep in touch with them. They're very busy people. Make me an insight check.
What did they go on to do then? I mean, with such a well-established mother, they must have been pretty formidable.
One of them is a general, lieutenant general, I believe. The other one is works in government. Another one married into the noble house of C. With a 24, you recognize that Professor Rafika doesn't really know what is happening outside these walls.
Right. News haven't spread far enough yet.
At least to her.
Okay.
Wait, this is interesting. Pause. Cause she just said Lieutenant General, Noble House of C, and one works in government, which means that they know their 3 children, even though like the relation may not be very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And DM, if I'm not correct, there's 2 more children unaccounted for, right?
There's one more child unaccounted
Okay.
for.
Hmm.
She
Is
prattles
that
off.
child not very publicly known? She didn't mention that, did she?
No, she didn't.
So that's hidden from here too.
Mm.
Do you want to know about any of the other students? We do have a mentorship program
Yes,
that
that would be
that
excellent.
we can have for your children, and then of course it depends on whether or not these people are available. They're very busy people. Sometimes, unfortunately, you can get stuck with the likes of me or some other teachers.
Wendigo will prod in the mind mentorship program like the Tabaxi. He'll be
What would
looking at
be
it.
part of this mentorship program, and could we vet them beforehand? We really want to make sure that we just get the cream people to teach our Martin.
Unfortunately, the vetting process is left up to us. We have to make sure that your child is the cream of the crop, if you understand.
Well, naturally.
Wendigo will restate what he says again. Like, I'm not sure if anyone got that just now.
Sorry.
Mentorship. He'll say in the mind mentorship program, as in that black tabaxi.
Oh, yes, this is one of the underprivileged children. She was brought in one day, and then she looks to Morgana from one of similar outfits as yours. She was brought in here under the tutelage of the matron herself, and passed, in fact, excelled with flying colors. I unfortunately do not know what she's up to now, but I believe it would be very influential nonetheless.
In the mind you whisper, push for a name.
So, what is this person's name? What, just so we can check how successful this program is, especially since you don't seem to know what they are up to these days.
She looks at the cat. I will have to get back to you on that. I don't really keep in contact with all of these students. See, most of them have gone to bigger and better things.
Hmm.
Which you cannot name. I would be very interested in knowing.
She nods. What aside from Morgana has made you consider the Ice Root College?
Well, you do have a very, very strong reputation.
The lawyers that
As well.
speak up and confirm this as well.
I understand. However, the selection process to get into the college itself is quite strict and quite difficult. But I look forward to seeing your child, Martin, come into the school halls. The examinations for entry will be probably in 2 or 3 months. I will have
not
to
to
check
worry.
with the registrar.
He will, of course, be in the top 10% as usual.
Mm,
All standard type testing is just very easy for us.
Yes, yes. She looks at Morgana. Morgana, have you told them that the testing procedures is quite unlike other schools? It's not just exams. It's whether or not they are good with certain magics. Morgana, you know exactly what she's talking about because you had to go through the exam, and it's how you became an evocation wizard and not the other wizards.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I did tell them.
Okay, guys, shall we pause for a bit?
Hmm?
Mhm.
Okay. What other info can we get from this place here with the this is where we are seeing the student body, trophies, medals, keepsakes, all this. What other information can we get here?
No clue.
Potentially combat abilities, if because I did hear there was a swordsman teacher, so if we do go against one of the children in a fight, it would be nice to know what they're potentially good at fighting with.
Okay, so we have the 3 children accounted for, or rather, like 2 accounted for, and the bluebird ran away.
Does
Mhm.
it show us what classes they took? Like when it says like year this, and you can see that they did different things.
If I recall about the bluebird when we were investigating him, he went into political stuff.
So probably not much of a combatant then.
Yeah. There is one kid unaccounted for, and I don't think this one's probably so hush hush we don't even know. But I'm just surprised that the bluebird is known here as a kid.
Yeah.
Mm.
The other
Okay,
one.
for Gunlug, your question of whether or not there's any other details on the pictures, unfortunately, it's just years and images of. Just imagine like those
Are they
black and white
standing with
photos.
yeah, are they standing with their teachers in those images so we can
No,
potentially match up teachers with
there are
classes?
no teachers in the images, only the students, and there's usually between 2 and 3 rows of students. Per row, you're looking at maybe 8 students. So it's like
Right.
sitting, standing higher.
No teacher awkwardly to one side. No?
No, it seems to be just a showcase of the product of the school.
Okay, I have another stab in the dark. Regarding the trophy area, right? Can we perhaps see if any of our targets have perhaps received trophies that are like group trophies, like this person paired up with this person to do this. Maybe that way we can kind of feel or tell if who potential opposition might come from in the future. If that makes sense, I'm slurring my words right now. I don't even know.
Opposition or
Yeah, I understand.
information.
I understand. Make me an investigation check. But tell me exactly the names you're looking for.
Well, obviously we know the bluebird came here, so we do know his actual name, right?
Yeah,
Or
His
do we don't?
Excellency
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
Delmir
it's
honest.
actually yeah.
Sidrus.
Yeah, sorry, my brain just blanked for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna look for that name and perhaps did Myra come here?
Yeah.
Yes,
All
both
of them.
both the sisters are here.
Okay, Myra and the General Basul. I'm gonna look for 3 of these names to see if they have any trophies that signify that they work with someone else. Maybe then we can pinpoint who their allies are in the future.
The trophies do not give you the name of Myra or Bluebird, but there is a trophy for sparring, like some kind of sports,
Okay.
and it is for Akezia Basul. No, sorry, Tozra Basul.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Did we
no.
just accidentally get the name of the last sibling? What?
Oh, you don't know.
All right, found this in for later. But anyway, okay, so there is nothing to say that. Yeah, okay, got it.
Morgana would know that Kezia is the matron's name.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Crashed.
Ah,
Ah.
spoiled again.
Okay, so I have to
Um,
think a bit harder here how to proceed.
We can go and look for the other professor as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's leading you sort of on like she's making sure you guys keep walking because you have such a short amount of time here. She doesn't want to
How much time
linger.
have we spent?
It's like 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. We're still good.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
we
Yeah.
can continue.
This
How much
lady
do we have?
is
Sorry?
quite slow. Sorry?
How much
3
time do
hours
we have?
each.
3 hours
3
max.
hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I remind you that Morgana knows that the chance of you getting lost in this place is very, very likely if you take a wrong step. So
Morgana says into the what's they called the thing?
The mind link, yeah.
Yes, the mind link. Yeah. Tell them like just Just let's not get lost. You probably can't be able to find your way out alone.
Okay. We'll take note. Also, from what Wendigo is checking out, the blind spots in the gargoyles tend to be like how big?
Maybe a person wide. It's just
my
like corners, like the overlaps or directly under them.
Wait,
Really
my
nice.
question: in D&D, does
Secret
gargoyles
lookout
talk?
I mean, they can if you want, but these
Yeah.
ones
Like they're
don't.
not like the statues like in the shows, right? They're
In
literal,
in
actual
the
gargoyles.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, no, they're not as
Okay.
sassy.
Ah,
These are not
These ones
funny.
are designed to just watch people. There is
Mm.
somebody that is in charge of them that is watching through all these things.
Mm.
As far as you know, Morgana, you have never really asked the question of how they function.
okay.
Only person-sized gaps. That's not very encouraging. Yeah, a bit difficult.
No.
As we are walking down the corridor, Morgana asked, like, has there been any new studies that's been going on lately? Anything that's been picking up the world of magic?
As far as I know, not really. Things have been quite boring. I've been sort of doing indices for similar projects. A lot of people have taken from your thing about fire and expanded upon it. You might want to read it. It's quite interesting. But you have been a stepping point. Aside from that, the realm of necromancy is still very unpopular with a lot of people. What else?
Okay. Mental link thoughts is okay. This Rafiki is not very exposed to the outside world, so it's limited in what she can tell us about new information. But it may be interesting to know if there's any. Actually, I don't even know if she can answer, but it'll be nice to know what sort of new tech might be going on mixing with the magic stuff. Just not sure how to word it.
Yeah. And
Morgana
I'm wondering
can
about
tell
how.
you. Morgana can tell you that Professor Stumney would be the better person to ask.
Okay.
Rafika is
Yeah.
very much just, you know, the person you go to who's a counselor and the person who teaches you how to make indexes and
Mm, I
annexes and
Okay.
how, the
Rafika's very
bibliography.
old.
Like
She's
she
very, very
literally looks
old.
like she's gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Oh
Mm.
no.
Yeah. I too am trying to get my way to a thumbnail.
She's
Ask
ancient.
Can I
Anyway,
ask a
she
bit
keeps
more about
moving.
Actually, let's Wendigo will ask in his mind. Morgan, ask her what the visitation program involves, so that we sort of know what route she's taking and to see if there's any good cut-off point to call it short and find Stumney instead.
Does Morgana know this if she's been in school for so long and probably have taken part in the open day in school?
Make me a history check.
Wait, history. Where is it? Yeah.
Stop.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
you don't know.
one. That's the one.
Oh.
No.
There was a grand total of a lot of open days, of which you were asked to participate in one, and then you said no.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Morgana. Okay, continue walking, Ladada. Oh,
La da da.
Professor.
Yes.
Just wondering, I haven't been here in a long time. Can I know, like, what's the route we're gonna take? Are we gonna see the library or are we gonna see the
Yes.
courtyard? When can we meet Professor Sunday? It's been a while.
She clocks exactly, like, she's old, but she's still quite quick. You know, if you want, we can make a beeline and go see Professor Stumney, see if she wants to walk around with us. But essentially, and then she addresses the two parents. We will be looking at the college library, the my brain farted. Sorry.
Courtyard.
Then you guys came from the courtyard. It's fine.
Oh, and they have the school's very big. Another courtyard.
Laboratories.
Courtyard B.
that would be the picnic area.
Wow.
If you want to eat, go to the eating halls in the picnic area. We can go there too. There is a playground. There is the sports arena, swimming pool, heated. Don't worry. Of course, the classroom, the lecture theaters. But your child is 10 years old, so examination room.
Expect him to climb
Um,
fast.
Are there any particular extracurriculars your child would like to do? For example, music, different sports,
Quite interested in fencing these days.
fencing. Yes, we have fencing as well. I will take you there. You guys are walking and talking, and she's taking you to Professor Stumney's office. There is a lot of other knife-related, sword-related martial arts as well, especially poleaxes. If I may sort of introduce your child to that, not me personally. And then she knocks on the door. Professor Stumney. Professor Stumney. Professor Stumney. She opens the door. Yes, Rafik. Oh, you've brought. Hello, please come in. Before the door opens, you hear Professor Stumney sort of speak to another student in the office about blah blah blah, the finalities of reincarnatable existences as an elf in post reverie, blah blah blah. I have to cut this meeting short. I'm sorry, darling. Please, I'll see you in half an hour. A young lady, you think about 16, comes out of the room, nods at you, and hand full of like books, just goes out. Please come in. All of you
Okay,
are ushered into the room. Yes.
Wendigo has a thought they will communicate to the team. It'll be Morgana. You can ask if anyone from your cohort has stayed behind.
Morgana only remembers one person. So Morgana has no
Ah.
friends in school.
Okay.
Morgana was not a friendly person in school.
Morgana
Only
is
Wither remembers
teacher's
this
pet.
person.
Okay.
Morgana greets Professor Stumney. And yeah, Morgana greets Professor Stumney.
Yes. Please sit down. I'm delighted to know that you're bringing new blood into the school. If I may, I didn't get the name of your child or either one of you and your. And then she looks at the big giant bugbear.
He'll bow and let other people do introductions.
Okay, she looks
So-
back.
I'm Vanessa, and this is my husband. And our child is 10. He's Martin Riker. We would really, really like to send him to this school.
Make me what is that?
And this is our ward.
A
She
deception check,
nods.
is it?
Not deception. Make me insight check. When you say the
Inside.
word Riker.
Can I
Yeah,
also
good.
roll?
Oh yeah, for sure. Anybody who wants to roll can roll.
Holy shit. Of course, I only roll high for insight when it doesn't really matter.
Both of you see the. You don't just see. You hear. You see a light bulb, and you hear the ka-ching noise in your head. It's like ka-ching. Yes. A Riker. I never knew. Usually they go overseas. We've been trying to get a Riker in our midst for a while now, but they seem to be more interested in trade and other continents at the moment. Sorry, Atreus Riker. Unfortunately, I do not remember the name of your parents. I do apologize. and 10 years old was Martin?
10 years old.
Fuller's not.
Ripe young age for education and new turmoils and
right.
fascinating things. I look forward to it. Anyway, how can I help you? I know, Morgana, it's delightful to see you after so long.
Yes. So you mentioned I brought some friends to have a look around. But I was wondering whether you'd like to join us at the same time. You mentioned like you'd like to catch up about some stuff. Maybe we can talk
Yes,
along the way.
yes. I do have only half an hour. That would be plenty. If we sort of walk and talk with Professor Rafika as she tells your friends about the school compounds. Come. You see her get up and take a cane with her as she hobbles and walks. Sorry, that was not Professor Rafika. That was Stumney. Rafika just wheels herself out and takes point as she walks in front, or wheelchairs in front.
Wendigo will remind in his head again that we're here for information on the you know who and changes.
On
Right.
that note, I've got to bounce. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
No
Sorry,
worries.
bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, later, guys. Have fun.
Bye.
I do have another question about the matron.
Mhm.
I'll frame it like I was just curious. So, how involved is the matron in the actual operation of the school these days? I'm just concerned that it's just a figurehead and a name at this stage, and she's not actually. I mean, I know it's a prestigious school, but we really want to make sure that young Martin gets just the best of the best.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
It's not terrible. No, let's just say that number means no offense taken. Yes. The matron is not just a figurehead in the school. She makes sure the pedagogy is on par with the rest of the world. She goes to a lot of these conventions when it comes to the meeting of the minds. The reason why I spoke to you about having a Rika in the halls of this school would be because it would be pertinent to have a family that is so incredibly well traveled. Uh, she also makes sure that the teachers, the professors residing in these halls are efficacious in their methodologies. We are all both educators and protectors of the school. And if anything, she would
That is a
be
relief.
the biggest protector of the school, both intellectually and in reference to efficacy.
Of course. I mean, I'm not expecting her to, be teaching classes or anything of the like. Just it's good to know that she's actually still involved in the actual running of the school.
Wendigo will push in the mind if she is. He'll try to push it. If she's the best, she would surely give her children the best. So, what did her children go through?
So, hearing this and knowing that her own children have obviously been great advocates for this school, can I just ask what specifically did her children study? I'm assuming those would have been the most interesting and high profile units.
Okay, before I do the dialogue, make me an insight check.
Okay.
19.
19.
Okay. She looks at you, she nods, she goes, well, the children were quite difficult, being of the matron's lineage, but that didn't mean that they were not sternly disciplined when they were up to chicanery, of course. Now, I believe that Myra has married into the C family to become the uh, the prima of the circle, at this point, this is when you clock that she is not divulging more information
Oh no,
about
sorry.
Aprima.
I just meant, what did they study?
Oh, they studied. Let me remember. It's been several years, actually.
I'm assuming
I'm
that would have
gonna.
been some of the most prestigious, topics of study at the time.
I wouldn't say so, considering the children of the matriarch had a mind of their own, often
Really?
trying to go against their mother, so to speak. Rebels as children and all that. But they grew up well. I'm gonna make a roll to see if she remembers what they did, because it has been
Okay, okay.
very long. That's
I
three
think
children.
Valeria still has like a few flash. Oh yeah, he still has he only
Good
used
boy.
one flash of genius, so he has like
Yeah.
Okay,
four
okay, okay,
left.
okay, okay. She rolled very well
Oh,
for two children and shit for the other one.
Yeah.
okay, that's
Uh,
that's fine.
the twins were very good at what they did. I believe Myra was she's very staunch in her beliefs, and at some point was in charge of corralling the students and uh, sort of arranging people. She had a wily bit of that. She also had training in various weapons, armor. Hmm. She was also a
Well, I
head girl
have
at
heard
one point.
it's good part of a well-rounded education for an ability these days to, have weapons of choice and be schooled in the arts of
Hmm.
fencing and the likes as
The
well.
the thing is, if I remember correctly, she was not slated to be someone keen on going into marriages with the noble families. You see, she was a bit of a, a rebel, much much more than her sister, who was. She starts telling you about the sister Basul, the general, the lieutenant
Tosra.
general. Um, and you learn that Tozra was very good at very physical activity. She wasn't the greatest in the brain department. She was smart, but she wasn't as smart as her sister. The sister did a lot of school activities. She did a lot of like interact club. She was that kind of thing, like head of the student body, did all the parties, and then you have Tozra, who's like one accolades, one gold prize for taekwondo or whatever. D&D version of taekwondo. Like she was very good at it. They both of them sparred a lot. What you also learn is that both of them had ideological differences that sort of they built a bridge on as they got older. And then she starts telling you about the son. But the name that she used for the son is not the name that you know.
Ooh, what's the
I
name?
let me just really really quickly take the name because it's been a while. It has been a while. I have to take the where is the sticker?
Look at the notes and take the stuff.
Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. What is his
Little
name?
brain background music.
Mm, mm.
You can tell us later. We'll hear a new name for the person.
Okay, it's a different name. It's a different name.
Ye-
It's a different name.
How interesting this new name is. It's
Interesting.
very
Yeah.
interesting.
And it's completely. He has a basul at the end of the name instead of a cedras.
Uh-huh.
And all of you are like, what? Hang on. But also, it kind of makes sense.
Sense.
Like, oh, okay. Must have used his daddy's name.
And don't necessarily use your main name that you went to school with for your illicit activities.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
and
Uh huh.
if you use his dad's name, then Tedros is the other family side. Interesting.
Potentially.
Uh,
Potentially.
okay. Other Okay, a new question came into my mind, which Wendigo will again relay through the telepathic link. If it's possible to ask who Tosra or who their instructors were in their fortes.
So who were teaching them these very interesting arts? Are the professors still around? The ones that have been teaching these prodigy students?
Fortunately, the two that mainly were, I would call them homeroom teachers. They are no longer with us for the last 75 years.
Oh.
Quite of the short-lived race. No offense, no offense. She says that knowing full well that
Like,
she
look
is
at her
also like she is
should
also a
should I be
short-lived.
offended?
Like,
But
uh-huh.
of the third one, any info?
Third, she shrugs. She's like, so honestly, I cannot remember. He's a bit of an enigma, that child. I personally wasn't a fan of him.
Oh, really?
She nods, and uh, to be honest, I can't really remember much of him or his details. A blip on the radar, how you say. Not
My
as
insight
illustrious
check.
as the older sisters.
Wendigo will nudge through the mental link to try and see if Stamni has a second opinion on this.
Yeah. And also, can I insight check when she's saying she doesn't remember and she didn't like him?
Yeah.
People tend to
Well,
remember
go
shit
ahead,
that they
insight.
don't like.
Just Wendigo. This is
Yeah.
Stamni talking. You mean Rafika?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You have to ask. Rafika is just like talking and talking about the rooms. She is in front. She's not
Sorry,
paying attention to any of
I
this.
cannot ask that as the bodyguard. I
Yeah, that's
cannot be
true.
the one asking.
Yeah. I will ask. I'll just be like, and was this your experience as well, Rafika?
Sorry. What are we talking about?
Your impression of the matron's children while they were studying here.
If I remember, the daughters were interesting, and there was a son, I think.
Okay.
Oh.
Not much information we can get there.
No. Is there? What else do we need? I'm not really sure.
Morgana, any thoughts while we are brainstorming a bit?
Does Morgana know the son? Or like, has you heard anything like
Did
I
in
mean,
the hundred over years?
Actually, let's put it this way: the pictures we saw of that particular year of the children, how is it in relation to Morgana's years?
Morgana graduated after the girls.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But was I around when they were around?
Morgana, like the girls were around hang on. Morgana was very, very old, but they are also very, very old. I would say they graduated a few years after Morgana came in, but the son appeared halfway through.
Oh. Does Morgana
Based
have any
on the
recollections
numbers.
of going to school with these people?
Morgana, make me an insight. No, history check
Like what they're anyone
for your
doing any-
memory. 16.
Oh, can we
Damn.
flash up with Valerius?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So that's 2 flashes used.
16 plus 4, right?
5.
5. Okay.
5.
So
21.
21. You remember stories about a blue guy? One of the various blue guys that existed in the school, but this one in particular because he was known to cause trouble, stuck up to people, but also at the same time have the gal to be the matron's son. Like that was the name drop that he would use, and he had a way with words. And at some point, you remember that he he had surrounding him like a gang of like very attractive people, but they were sort of like swindling the other kids.
Um,
You're not sure what happened after because you sort of tuned it out and you were like, no, don't care. They're just gonna cause me trouble.
Morgana relays the little bit she knows about this blue guy to the gang.
Do you remember any of the people that would hang out with him? And can you maybe ask your professor if they've heard from them recently or in the last few years and what they're doing now?
Also, out of curiosity, like this blue guy was doing all this stuff over like how long? Because the impression we got from Rafiki and such is that, or rather from Stamni, is that even the children were raised strict. But if this guy has a lot of leeway, it could suggest something else.
Well, they all seem to be rebellious, right? They were all doing their own thing.
Yeah, but
Um,
rebellious. But like the two
Yeah.
daughters were focusing on doing actual shit, and this guy seems
Yeah.
to be like,
Shit stain.
Morgana unfortunately would not know who they hung out with. The information that we got, funnily enough, or she got, funnily enough, was actually from Isanor, who would
Oh.
ramble at her in library sessions.
Okay, remembering this, she remembers Isanor and she asks the two professors, by the way, do you guys happen to know what's happened with Isanor since we left? I haven't spoken to her since school.
Isanor is now the person in charge of the thesis printing, actually. She's got
she's
the
here.
publishing rights. In fact, she looks at Rafika. Rafika's like, yes. We actually came out of conversation with her for a new 10-year contract. I don't know if she's actually still in the school today. She might have left.
Can I insight check?
Go ahead. What are you looking for?
It seems like they're trying to be like, oh no, something sus has happened. Morgana shouldn't be seeing this person. I'm like, is this person just like building on
I don't
Morgana's
get that.
work or something?
I don't get that
sorry.
feel at
I
all,
meant
really.
insight, sorry.
Nope. They seem to be very honest.
Okay. I thought
Talking
something seemed weird.
to you. Professor Ravika was squinting a lot, like she was trying to remember whether or not Isanor is here. Stumney is very matter of fact about it. Like, yeah, she owns the rights. Like, if we do any publishing, she gets dibs on selling the books.
Is there a way for me to check if she's around?
Do you have locate creature?
I do.
Well,
But I don't know the creature.
well, there's a better option. Morgana, do you have sending?
Also.
Yeah.
You can be that Facebook friend that shows up after 20 years.
Hey,
Oh
I'm
my
in the neighborhood. Are you
God.
there?
I mean, especially after the charming way you ended the last meeting.
Okay, I have two options. Send it now, in case she's around, or put a mental note to send it when I'm back and I have time.
Here.
Huh?
Let's do
What
it.
do you mean when you're back and have time?
Like home.
Now let's do it.
Oh, I thought
We're
about
here.
you the other day, Do we hear?
Excuse me?
I was taking
Like,
a poop
Okay.
and I thought about you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You're
I'll
already
do it now.
doing a cold call.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. Morgana sends a sending. She thinks really hard about Isanor, and she says, "Hey,
Hey, what's your face?
hey, Isanor. It's Katrina. I'm back at Ice Root, and I thought about you."
Morgana, not Katrina.
No. Oh yeah. Do you happen to be around? Question mark. If yes, I'm with Stumney.
You hear back. Oh, it has been so long. Unfortunately, I am no longer in Ice Route. I am in Broar, though. You can definitely come by my store. Thumbnail knows
Yep,
where.
I live 3 blocks from your house.
Oh God.
No. Continue, DM. Yeah.
Yeah. She said thumbnail knows where,
Oh, okay.
and then ran out of letters, words.
Okay.
Okay.
Morgana asks Tamne, do you happen to know where her shop is?
Oh, yes. It's gives you a map, like she just starts drawing. Like, okay, this is the fountain. It's right here on the left of a really good brasserie. Blah 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 blah. Like it's very specific, the shop. And then make me, because all of you have been to that location, make me like a quickie history check with advantage to jog your memory.
Is that why we ate sandwiches with AT?
Yeah, maybe.
This would just be
22?
an 18.
14,
18.
Can I use
18.
my city secrets to know it?
Sure. All of you do remember seeing like a 3-story bookstore. Large windows, you could see into it. It's like a Borders kind of thing. With a cafe at the side, not very far from the first time you had met Etienne, and where he sat down for breakfast, leaving you guys to deal with the people running away. So
Mhm.
that bookshop is incredibly popular, incredibly well known, and very surprising that it belongs to Isanor.
Does everybody also know this, or does Morgana need to tell them?
Well, they know by proxy that you know Isanor. They don't know Isanor personally, so this is like finding
But do they
out.
know that Yusuno's shop is there, that particular shop?
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
can just relate this to each other over the mental
yeah.
link.
Okay,
So
we
save time.
relay the information. DM, time check, please. How long has it been?
I would say it's been 45 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Like this is happening. Like the conversation is happening really, really fast between all of you.
Yeah.
Wendigo, since you were doing the checks earlier, make me another investigation check. I would say that Valerius is helping you, so do it with advantage.
Okay. So that'll be 15. I'm willing to spend another dice to make it 20.
Okay, 20. As you walk through these hallways, you realize some of the rooms are some of the doors are real doors that go into the room. Some of the doors are pretend doors that go nowhere. But maybe some of the doors that are pretend doors that go nowhere actually go somewhere? Question mark.
Well, Wendigo will relay this information to everyone, and then like ask Valerius if he can inspect the doors like a bit more casually as he passes to get more information about this, because he's the architect.
Okay, for in that sense, how would you like Valerius to sort of do this? Like, what is the play? Because you have two teachers, one right in front of you guys, I would say about 5 feet away from the closest person, and one is standing next to Morgana.
If you're communicating in this, like in the telepathic bond, at least
Okay.
we can start distracting by asking questions, so he can like have a quick little.
Actually, for Valerius, does he have a cane or something?
Does he?
I can't remember what his disguise was.
Baton, I'm assuming.
His disguise is pretty much like Starship Enterprise kind of outfit.
Okay. Well, we'll say that Valerius, like, cause he was acting the aloof person, so he was hanging back a bit while letting the wife do the talking. So he had great interest in the architecture, so he would walk a bit closer to the walls, run his hand along, admire things, maybe tap a bit, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Wendigo, you realize that there are gargoyles here, so with your assistance,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to click on. Actually, one of you click stealth on Valerius with advantage as he
Okay.
attempts to do this.
Someone else do that for me, please.
You can
Yeah.
click from his sheet.
Valerian. Loading.
Loading.
Character sheet. Yo.
Oh, big.
Whew.
Oh.
Okay, we'll go with
Yeah,
the
both
first
of
one.
us rolled big.
Negligible difference between either of you. Valerius expertly starts pretending to admire the handiwork, the wood carving, as ponsily as he can. You know, the kind of shit that we're like, oh, is this mahogany? Starts knocking on things like, oh, the carving is so well done. You know, that kind of stupid shit. What he finds out, somebody roll for Valerius, investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
21. Uh,
Does he need to flash this? I don't know.
it's up to you. Like,
He
He has
used
flash
two
as
already. We'll use a third one, then we have two more left.
Yeah, fuck it.
okay. So 26.
26.
I will say you needed that.
Mm.
He does find like a little slot on one of the panels. It's not a door. It doesn't look like a door. It's just like a wall panel that has the open slot next to a door. You know what I mean? Like it's a bluff of a bluff.
How big's the slot?
It is a medium person size.
Is that quite a big slot?
Yeah, it looks like it is a door to another part of this college.
Oh, I will have Valerius slip floaty in.
Okay. Make me a.
Because obviously, even two old professor will notice if someone goes missing. So
Obviously. Make me a sleight of hand check to first of all unlock the door. No advantage because he's working alone. Everybody else is sort of trying to distract.
Mhm.
And then make me a stealth check for floaty.
You might want to flash it. Sleight of hand.
Flash it to 19, so one
Okay.
more left.
Stealth
Uh,
check floaty.
With a quick flick of the hand, he
Oh.
manages to narrowly open the gap. At which point, Floaty shoves itself in. He closes the gap, and then goes on his merry way. And you hear in your head, "Floaty's in.
Okay.
I don't know where, but he's in."
Let me just double check this thing.
Does floaty have a home button? Like, if you click the button, he knows how to come home?
He does, but Floaty has a range, so
Okay. Before Floaty slips in, does Floaty speak any languages?
it should say no. I think it's just common. I reckon. What is it
Okay,
called?
but as in-
Homunculus, right?
Because
Homunculus.
the telepathy only works if it can speak a language.
Oh yeah. Floaty speaks common, so you can definitely talk to Floaty.
Okay. So in that case, Wendigo will spend a dice to re-establish the link. But this time with Floaty, and I have to drop one person. I will drop so
Hang on.
Valerius Floaty.
What's the maximum number you can go for?
I can link proficiency bonus, so I can link 4 people. So Floaty, Valerius, Gunlock, Morgana.
We don't have Bosk today, so that.
The boss is not.
Oh,
Boss is not with us.
Mm-hmm.
all right, it works.
That's why I was
Hey.
like, wait.
I was like, what are you wondering about?
Exactly, like, what is happening? I thought you have enough.
Good.
Okay, telepathy on everyone
Perfect.
now, including the voice that vexes him.
Floaty
Yeah, I was
doesn't
thinking
know
this would be
you.
fun.
Do you tell Floaty that you sort of patched into his network?
I just tell Valerius to inform Floaty to make
Okay.
the proper whatever, and that'll be called. We'll call it that.
Okay. So Floaty knows to message you, right? If
Mhm.
anything. If he doesn't hear from Valerius, he will message you.
Yeah. So we'll just keep Floaty in the loop.
Okay. For ease of purpose, I will not be RPing Floaty as Floaty. I will just tell you, like, if Floaty comes across something interesting.
Thank God.
Right now.
Oh, I'm so
Aw.
disappointed.
I like
Well,
floaty.
No, then Shah has to play two old people on the Floaty.
Look,
That
I
sounds like a
just
TV
want
show.
to see Wendy be frustrated with having Floaty in his head.
I mean, here's the thing. Floaty's afraid of Wendigo. So he's gonna talk to Valerius until Valerius doesn't respond, which is highly unlikely unless somebody knocks him the fuck out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so
Me.
we'll just have Valerius inform Floaty to try and see how far the tunnel goes. You know
Okay.
what?
So the first thing you learn as
Mm.
Floaty goes in is it's it's staircase going down, and then there's a turn, and then it just keeps going down. So it's gonna be Floaty just going down for a while until further notice.
Okay, so there's no path the opposite direction, is it? It just goes down.
Yeah, it feels like as if it
Standpoint.
was a chimney, but it's got stairs.
Oh, okay. It's a chip.
Like
it has
just
stairs.
imagine like a tube, like an escape, like a fire escape stairwell.
Okay. Okay, good. Yes, stairs. I was afraid we put him down the garbage chute by
Oh,
accident.
goodbye. Floaty is a trash
Actually,
can.
Wendy
Not a-
completely realized and accidentally put him in the garbage.
he's a trash can, not a trash cannot.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so all of you keep walking. Rafika is telling you like, oh, it's so on the left, on the right, blah blah, basic boring stuff. Is there anything in particular you guys are interested in aside from the fact that Floaty just went into something?
No, that's
Let
way
me
more
see.
interesting than the
Okay.
rest of what we're doing.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think we can take. I think we should. I think the only location mentioned of interest would be the college library because we can find information. We
Oh,
don't
for
care
sure.
about the other stuff, so we can guide her towards that. But in the meantime, we have very limited time with Professor Stumney. So, what other more recent information can we get from Stumney?
What are you looking at?
That's what I'm asking the other people
Um,
because I'm a bit
I'll ask.
stumped as well.
Do you keep up with your alumni, so the people that graduated from here? Do you know what they go on to do?
Not often, unless they sort of reach out to me first. We tend to have a lot of students to take care of. So it's not often that we reach out to other students unless we're looking for them as a mentor. For example, one day when Martin is about 13 or 14, he will have an opportunity to gain mentorship from some fantastic people. For example, maybe Morgana,
Oh, wonderful.
depending on his acumen.
Do you know, like, maybe you have any idea what's the newest magical technology that the school's been tinkering with, or any of our
Interesting
righteous
enough,
students?
she starts first of all rambling off, and you can feel free to cut her off at any time. but that's up to Morgana. She tells you about the whole elves and reverie thing, and you're an elf, so she starts asking you about your earliest memory of your past life, stuff like that.
Wendigo will, in Morgana's mind, is try to bring it back to the topic.
Because it is a technology. We're thinking of having that kind of reverie, but for the departed, we sort of take their brain and put it in a jar, and then use magic on that jar, and then transfer that memory to somebody else. Well, we're not sure if it's doable, for example, but it's interesting nonetheless. Of course, elves have had these capabilities for years, and blah 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 blah. Continue,
Okay.
expand.
Okay. Yeah, but so nothing significant of maybe the last 10, 20 years?
Our school is known to have certain breakthroughs, but of course not unlike not as incredible as the Rikers, who are coming up with more things. And apparently, the military school run by the Raxleys are doing a little bit better when it comes to offensive technologies. I frankly cannot tell you beyond what I can. You know how it is. A thesis, a secret thesis, and all that.
Morgana leans slightly closer to Stumney to tell her like, oh, just trying to see what else I can tell my friends to get them more interested in ice cream,
Make me a persuasion check.
Sweet. Oh. Oh, 0. Oh, look at that. 8.
She looks at you and she's like, I understand, Morgana, but you have to understand the secrecies. Imagine if we told people about your project, your thesis back when you were writing it.
Let's see. Wendigo will try to bring attention of the others back to the Tabaxi. Maybe if Stami knows who the Tabaxi is, Rafika didn't. It's like, is that some kind of alumni or mentorship or something special or what?
Okay, who asked this?
I'll be the nosy one, I suppose, and just ask a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Like, we saw this one in the pictures before. It looked very, very fancy. Looked very capable.
Oh, that you were saying. Hang on, let me get this correct. We've had a few good, very, very intelligent tabaxis. The black coat with a white spot on her tail.
We'll remind of the year.
Ah, yes, black coat, white spot. Her name is Fanami. I don't know if anybody's relayed this to you, but we do a sort of outreach program about once every 10 years, and we bring in the best and the brightest from orphanages and children from low-income communities like the slums, for example. Good luck, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Hearing the slums being moderately trash talk. Let's see. Okay, you're fine. You're good.
I came from there. I know how trashy it is.
You're good. Now make me a history check to see if you remember anything about this outreach program.
I haven't heard anything about an outreach program. Oh shit.
17.
Yeah.
Look, that is good. That's almost the best I can do.
Almost. You know for a fact that once upon a time, somebody did escape the slums, as the story goes. But you don't know much more information beyond that, because when you found out, you were about 9 or 10 and you didn't really care.
What's the story? Someone people escape the slums all the time.
Like a kid was picked up from like the kid was smart, there was talk around the town. Your mom was going, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen this kid in a while. What happened to her?" Somebody was like, "Oh, some rich guy um picked the kid up one day, said you're going to go to school." And
We also
a
had
few
Gerard.
years later, the kid visited her parents in the slums. Of course, it's not within your area at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
I
and
remember like even the race of the kid.
uh, I'm gonna say with the 17, yes. It was another bugbear,
What?
a smart bugbear,
Very
very
smart.
very
Wendigo thinks
clever.
this is impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Continue.
Wait. Does good luck tell when to go? Like it was a bugbear.
Oh,
It was really smart.
sure. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I think I remember something like that. There was some kid, like some bugbear kid from the slums that was taken in. How long ago? So like 10 years ago.
Ish. You were 9 or 10.
Yeah.
You're 18
Yeah.
now, so meh.
Yeah, she's about that now. Okay.
You know she came back
Um,
when you were about 15.
okay. And then left again, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and then left again because school.
Yeah.
Do the school thing.
That's very interesting. So generous. When was the last time you did this? I would be very interested in backing this kind of endeavor. It looks so good.
Oh, brilliant. We do have some papers for you to sign if you want to do something
I would
today,
like to
in
have a look at
fact.
the program first. I mean, I do this kind of outreach. Correct. That's how I know Morgana in the first place. Through her orphanage and wanting to help out.
She
It's
nods, she nods.
unfortunate.
We actually have a very rigorous portfolio of students that potentially can come here. Unfortunately, of that portfolio, once every 10 years, we would pick about 2 or 3 that comes up to snuff, if you know what I mean. Children from those areas, sometimes they just don't get enough breakfast. We also have a free breakfast campaign that was starting up. We're very, very keen on getting some investors and other people into it. Sort of outreach program. I'm sure Martin would like to be part of the organization.
Oh,
Would
I'm
be
certain.
very good for his co-curricular activities.
So when would be the last time that they ran this program?
Let me think. About 3 years ago. Yes, 3 years ago.
How did the kid adjust?
Honestly, they just do. We have a counselor on hand if anything were the matter. There have been stories of bullying, for example. You know how children get, but we tend to put a stop to it very quickly.
Wendigo will try to again prod through the mental link of number one, whether there's a brochure for this program or like more detailed information that can be picked up without being talked about. And number two, whether this Fanami can be spoken to or reached anywhere.
I will ask both those things.
Okay. She goes, we don't really publicize this considering it would cause a bit of a ruckus if it were publicized to the general populace. We don't really want. She sort of squints as she says this.
Riffraff?
The general riffraff in our influential school, so to speak. Also, if you were to know that we run this kind of outreach program, surely there would be more children fighting for a space instead of organically discovering the best, the brightest, and most powerful.
I don't know. If you have more people competing for it, you'll be surely getting better people.
Mm, that is true in a way. However, people also have various ways of committing fraud, and we would not be able to find the proverbial diamond in the rough.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it's a little bit of a. I would say this is the matron's idea of finding the best and the brightest most naturally.
Can I ask what your vetting process is for that?
Unfortunately, we will not be um, able to tell you that it is a very close to the chest, how you say. We cannot let the people know what the vetting process is.
Wendigo prod to see if we can possibly speak to this Fanami.
Yeah, that
mentally.
was also asked.
You said no.
Um,
Did I misunderstand?
previously, from what you remember, she doesn't really keep in touch with the students unless they keep in touch with her, but with
Wow.
Konami. Fanami, sorry. Konami. Fanami, unfortunately, has not been in communique ever since she graduated. However, if I do find more information, I will definitely let all of you know now that I know you and can send you messages.
Of course.
She looks at her, I was gonna say time. No, she doesn't have a watch. She looks up and she realizes, oh, dear, I believe I must leave you. I have a student to attend to, and it has been a little bit more than half an hour. She turns to Morgana and clutches Morgana your hands. Morgana, it has been such a pleasure seeing you after so long. You haven't changed one bit.
Oh, neither have you, Professor.
You flatter an old woman, truly. And then she bows to the rest of you, and then she pisses off back to her office.
Okay.
Okay.
You are left with a rambling about the school grounds, little goblin on a wheelchair.
Are we
Okay,
heading to the library?
Yeah, might as well.
You can ask. She's just taking you through one by one.
Okay. Professor, just afraid we're running out of time. Another place I'd really want to really want to show them is the library. Maybe we could head there directly.
Oh, yes, of course. Come with me. She
Okay.
walks you down, and eventually you find yourself through multiple sets of double doors that are now open. Wendigo, you see similar pairs of gargoyle eyes just watching the location. It seems particularly focused on the doors of the library. Make me a what's a smarts? What is a smarts skill?
Something he doesn't
Arcana?
have.
Investigation.
Perform?
Something he
No.
doesn't have. It's all
Okay.
+0.
No, let's go with survival.
Okay. 24.
24.
Damn.
Okay, you know that when people put CCTVs in a location in particular, it means they don't want people to steal from there.
Yeah.
So that is what your summation of why there's so many eyes on the doors is.
I mean, that we have no plans to steal anything from a place like this. That's just bad.
I mean, it's not for you guys. It's against the students.
Yeah.
Because being a magic school, having a student steal a tome with spells inside is not a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rafika goes, this is the library. It has a lot. Come, I can take you through, but we will be speaking very softly, because the librarian is scary. I say that because I am the librarian, and I will kick you out. And then she shuffles through. She brings you to the certain areas of the library. It's a really interesting version of the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay, Wendigo will prod through his minding again. Is it possible to visit any? Is there a section in the library on yearbook?
Oh,
There should be, yeah.
that's like right at the front.
Okay,
It's-
we will browse that section with great interest.
I find it very interesting that all of you are very interested in the past students. Usually people come in, they already know in whose footsteps they would like to follow in probably some future mentorship program, provided the children are smart enough. Are you? What are you? What are the prospects?
Of course, we would like to consider all our options. And as
Wendigo will
have been
push it
stated
forward through the
already.
mental link. It's like,
Wait,
has
one by
there been
one.
anyone?
Good luck first. Sorry.
It was pretty much it. Just saying, like, as been stated, there hasn't been a lot of Rikers here recently. We would like to know
Uh,
what our options are.
Okay, Wendigo.
Yeah, that was what I was going to suggest, because that explains our.
Okay.
Interests.
Yes, I find it funny that the professor said something about Rikers. I don't really care for the names as long as the work is good. Everybody has a potential to succeed. Make me an insight
Even
check.
the
Good luck.
riffraff? I want to ask.
Especially when you say that, do it with advantage.
Sorry, insight? Was that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Valerius's sheet. That's why I couldn't find what I was looking for.
Way.
Okay, advantage insight.
15. Okay. You see a look of distaste glance past her. This is an old lady. She has no time to hide her disdain over classism.
Like,
Mm.
disdain over classism, or she thinks the riffraff is what she's
Over
disgusted with?
classism. She's like, anybody
Okay.
has the potential
Mm.
to succeed, provided
Okay,
you give
okay.
them a chance.
Ah,
So
I
that's the
suggest that
opposite of
that-
Stamni. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I suggest that that is something you impart on your son. Equity as real truth in the world.
Look, I am speaking the truth when I say I'm interested in this mentorship program and in taking children from the slums. I'm surprised they're only doing one every 10 years. That doesn't seem nearly enough for a scholarship. This is a prestigious school. You surely have the funds.
Oh, unfortunately, that is not something that I can make reparations for. I
Well,
might
of
drop
course.
dead tomorrow. We never know.
I'm just wondering about your opinion.
My opinion is create schools for everyone. Every children needs to have a basic education at least.
Couldn't agree more.
She nods. She sort of like eyes you with like, okay, what is your game, lady?
Good luck.
What
Just
is your
forgot
game?
to be hoity-toity for a second. In genuine agreement, like, yeah. And then it's like, oh, wait.
Oh wait. Yeah, but she's clocking you right now. Like her goblin eyes, her yellow goblin eyes are like looking at you like, okay, I heard you slandering the riffraff, and then you take it back. Okay, I got you.
Uh,
She walks you through the way the yearbooks are arranged. What are you looking for in this treasure trove of people's faces?
Wendigo will try to bring attention to that particular year, and well, at the moment we know two sisters are accounted for. So as a player, I think there's not much point seeking further on them.
Mhm.
But we will try to focus on seeing who are Dalmir's buddies, because that's the less known factor. And then there's of course an unknown factor we don't even know. But let's go with Dalmir, the one in hiding.
Okay, how much time do you want to spend on this?
How much time
Because
do we have left?
We do not want to be suspicious about it either.
yeah, because you have like floor to ceiling, and the ceiling is like a 5 meters high ceiling, and you're looking at books wall to wall.
How much time do we have left?
I would say you have effectively 2 hours left. Like you've been wandering around talking for an hour.
Hmm.
Oh, you do, all of you. No. Valerius mentions to Wendigo. Lodi just told me that there's a landing. It's not illuminated. Also, there seems to be a wall. He'll get back to me when he finds out more stuff. I don't know. Somebody roll an investigation check for Floaty at disadvantage.
Okay, this is what I think we can do. Since Valerius is hanging back, he can if Floaty can land, he can establish a visual link, right?
The visual, yes.
Okay, so if Floaty is a bit lost there, like he can ask Floaty to give him a visual instead, and then he will look through Floaty's eyes and investigate the thing better than Floaty can. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but investigation's still at disadvantage. I will say yes, that happens.
Because
He has to
Floaty
be
at
discreet.
disadvantage because Floaty with disadvantage is like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Valerius sort of takes himself out of the picture and goes to sit outside in the hallway, stating that he has a mild headache and needs to sort of adjust.
Hmm.
In which case he takes out his phone and starts looking at Reddit. No, Floaty.
Okay.
Okay, make me investigation. Okay, here's the thing about Floaty. You can't zoom in with Floaty, you can just take a vantage point and what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
So the DC will be higher.
Hmm.
So make me an investigation check at disadvantage for Valerius.
All right, someone do that.
What was it? Investigation check?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
He has also asked Floaty to sort of hide.
Yeah.
Just in case. So also make a stealth check for Floaty. 17 is pretty
For Floaty,
okay.
That was from Valerius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
that
he was
was
looking. Yep,
Valerius.
yep.
And then we
then
need a stealth for Floaty.
Floaty, stealth.
11. Meh. The good thing is dark right now, and there doesn't seem to be anybody moving in this area. Valerius investigates visually, realizes that yes, this is some kind of door, but no, unless he goes there, and this is all telegraphed to Wendigo, who then telegraphs to everyone.
Yeah.
Unless he goes there and tinkers around, he's not sure how to open it.
Oh, as in there's no openings?
No. The investigation was at disadvantage, by the way.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
roll another one. Sorry, roll another
Yeah.
investigation.
I missed it.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so 17.
Sad.
Oh, actually, is this a good point to use the last flash?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Why not?
last flash 22.
We got
22.
them to use.
He recognizes some lever systems. It's not as complicated as what all of you saw when you're trying to bypass the military complex. The doors in there, it's not that complicated in comparison. There is definitely some kind of lever and pulley system, and it needs two people to sort of together turn some kind of key.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
this is
On the
big.
walls, there is also some kind of I wouldn't say carving. It's some kind of scripture that's sort of painted very ornately on the walls flanking the door. But in the dark, he can't really sort of make out what language.
Floaty does not have because this is seeing through Floaty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
not as
like
if
getting a semi blurry-ish image, like 480p. in the
the
dark.
the homunculus it has dark vision.
Yes,
Oh,
but
but still
it's still
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Dark vision
Wow.
doesn't give you advantage on perception or investigation when it comes to seeing things.
Fair. So he can't really see the thing at the moment, is it?
Yeah, it's like 480 ATP, black and white. Like, what is
Okay.
this?
Can he estimate how far down or where Floaty is relative to us?
Make an intelligence check, like a
Someone
flat
help me.
intelligence.
Help me, someone roll. Well,
Are we
Who-
rolling?
Who rolled?
Oh.
someone.
Okay, roll what
Yeah.
again?
Okay, tell you
Just
what.
intelligence.
Floaty intelligence.
No. Valerius.
Valerius intelligence. Okay.
Done.
Floaty intelligence is like it won't happen.
Okay, 13. He knows that Floaty has been traveling downwards for about 30 minutes.
Wow.
If somebody were to fall in that hallway, they would be falling for a really long time.
Like Floaty has like fly 40 feet, so 30 minutes is insanely long.
But to be fair, Floaty might have been observing other things on the wall as well, so it's not like zoom all the way down.
Okay.
It's a decent ways down.
Okay, but this path that Floaty goes down, there's no gargoyles or anything.
Nope.
There's ornate carving.
There are a few sconces for light,
Oh,
but they are unlit.
can
As far as
do
Floaty
anything?
saw, no gargoyles, no set of eyes. Weird writing every so often, but the circular stairs is very dangerous. 10 out of 10, do not recommend if you cannot fly.
Oh wow. Nope, Floaty has no way to make a light.
No.
Sag. Any ideas, guys?
I have no clue. Like what he could do is stick around, I suppose, but I don't.
Okay, like why would there be like a secret passage that goes like 30 minutes down to a door that has ornate painting?
I don't know, and it is very, very curious and
Yeah.
interesting. But
Does
I don't
Morgana
think
know
we have-
whether?
Okay, wait,
Does
one by
Morgana
one.
know? Sorry.
Morgana?
Does Morgana know about painting? Like maybe hidden somewhere. Maybe she heard about it like in school. Like we've never seen the painting. Maybe Morgana know what the painting is.
Make me a history check.
Oh.
You're good at it. It's fine. Okay, you're less good at it.
Oh, I'll throw an inspiration at that.
Okay,
Oof.
28. You have heard stories told in whispers, not to you, but in passing. As you read your books, the girls and the boys will gossip. Occasionally, you will hear stories about secret landings, secret hallways, a book club that you were not invited to somewhere in hidden, long winded stairwells, or a fireplace in a nook or cranny somewhere in the attic. You're like, wait, attic? This place is huge. There's probably like 600 different attics. But there are stories. But as far as paintings are concerned, there exists a lot of text and arcane things in the school itself. Not unheard of, but definitely not something that you have experienced personally.
Okay. Can we see what's the painting?
Valerius can show it to you,
What do you look like?
but that would require it be in the public view.
Of the
It's
gargoyle?
like
No, we don't want that also.
No.
it's like showing an
Yeah.
iPad to your friend. Like, oh, look at this. It's a picture of a butt.
Can Valerius try describing it through the telepathic link instead first before we try to do
Yeah,
anything
like
so
it's looking like a
drastic?
horse.
Okay.
orange.
Somebody roll like a flat intelligence check on Valerius.
Okay, go ahead.
Got it.
22.
22.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
He-
damn. We're all the same.
Never mind.
Very, very good. Okay. It is. He starts explaining to you the 480p picture. Can everybody just click the languages that they know?
Mhm.
Where?
Common and Goblin. Well, you can talk to Rafika. Orc. Thieves can.
How do I
Thieves
even
can.
show you?
Common.
That is a okay. Under in your sheet on the bottom left, there should be language. Actually, let me look at Morgana's sheet.
Okay. While this is
I
happening,
have. I clicked something and something changed.
Morgana
Oh,
has Elven, Common, Draconic.
Elven, Common, Draconic.
Sylvan Abyssal also.
Okay.
Oh.
Can somebody
Well, it's
click
the same.
on Valerius's thing as well? If I remember,
just did.
he's
Human,
Right.
Draconic,
Elven,
Sylvan.
Lich,
So does
Draconic.
the three technology languages. Yeah.
human. Okay.
Why did
He-
you put human? There's no human language. Anyway, go.
I mean,
I think
Because it doesn't say
Common.
English.
He speaks like he's the only person on this universe, on this plane to speak Mandarin.
Okay.
Okay. So he is trying to bounce off anybody who knows Sylvan because he recognizes some Sylvan script, but he
That's
cannot make out
boss.
what it is.
Boss.
He's explaining
Oh,
all this like,
no.
oh, it's got this curly line over here, and it looks like it says fire, but it could also mean fire as in you are out of a job. So he's just spitballing at this time.
Okay.
In all of your
all of it
minds.
is the same alphabet. Is that it?
Yeah. Homonyms, damn.
Because the person we needed for this would be boss.
Yeah.
Technically,
Exactly,
I
that's fine.
have
Can you
Sylvan
take,
also.
can you take some pictures and we can show boss later?
I have
Okay.
Sylvan.
Okay, so Floaty can take pictures to show later. We may not resolve this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do know Sylvan, so both Morgana and Valerius is now sort of workshopping through Wendigo, so it's like creepy Wendigo voice. Wait, are you transmitting through creepy Wendigo voice?
Yeah, but let's just say we'll be used to it by now.
Okay, but
Deal
still
with
funny
the
though.
creepy.
Yeah,
Like
it's an elful boy.
Every so often it's just like Valerius says that. I mean, no wait, the lamb, little lamb. Butterfly agrees. Like what the fuck? Right. So you start sharing ideas. Valerius has sort of taken a picture of this, and then he gets up and he goes, "Pardon me, Professor Rafika. I have to go back to the front to pick up a sending spell that I am to receive in about 5 minutes. Please, excuse me."
Didn't he excuse himself to look at his phone already?
Yeah. He came back in. That was like, I have a headache.
Oh,
So this time it's like I have to pick up a call. It's a conference call, so
okay.
I got my beeper. You see,
Okay.
and then he tells you guys that I'm just gonna go get Floaty, just in case.
This is our son's education. How can you just walk out? No, just sure.
Okay.
He looks at you with like, bitch, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, for
Any-
ourselves, we don't want to spend too much time in the books to not look
Wait.
suspicious. So,
Mm.
you know the yearbooks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe we spend like 10 minutes over
Like the study
the
tables, blah blah blah,
yeah
amenities.
we spend 10 minutes looking over it, but we try to find information on Dalmir's gang
Okay.
or Dalmir.
How again? Based
We
on the
know which
interaction with
year
Fomi and
roughly to
stuff.
check, right?
Yeah, you've seen like the picture on the wall. You saw Dalmir.
Mhm.
You didn't know his name back then, but you know his name now,
Mhm.
which is something I can't remember.
The name, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So you know which year to look at. You know what names. Make me an investigation check, everyone.
Okay.
So good at this.
Investigate.
Morgana smirk.
Tanked.
Oh God.
Let's give.
Yo, why?
You know what? I'm going to.
Hey,
Can
Valer,
someone pass me an inspiration? I can grab a
I have none.
20.
I
have
don't
none.
have also.
Wait. Someone RP'd what?
I've used that up
It
last
was
session,
good.
Oh.
and I haven't gotten anyone yet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh.
I haven't finished the RP.
Oh
It's
no.
gonna be a while. Okay. You rifle through the pages. You find the correct boy.
Mhm.
He's younger than what his image is, but somehow doesn't look too young in comparison.
Mhm.
But you don't see any pictures of him with other students.
Mhm.
That, or you just don't have time to comb through all the other books.
Hmm.
As Rafika clears her nose and she goes, come, follow me. I must show you the rest of the school and then
We follow.
bring you blah blah blah. This is the gym. This is the blah blah blah.
Ask whether the matron was around.
Matron, did you ask?
Just trying to know, right?
No, we never asked because
Okay.
we don't really want to sound interested in meeting her or anything.
I was gonna know whether she's even around the school. Maybe she's been away for like 6 months.
No, she's definitely around because that's where the
So I asked.
ethis said like they brought people here to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She's definitely around.
Okay, then we don't ask. Then we don't ask.
I mean, you can still ask because they do have a teleportation circle, so she can just like blip in, blip out.
Yeah, but I don't think Rafika will know.
Fair observation.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we also have another lead now. We have your old homie who I think time has healed some wounds, so that's another avenue to check.
And hopefully paid a bit more attention to the people around her.
No, but I mean like that's been time passed, so we can play it up as like, hey, we weren't so good last time, but we're really
How
good now.
long does what's like the lifespan of an orc?
Orc has human lifespan. Maybe
Yes,
about 10 years
mind
less
disorder. Yeah.
if they don't get stabbed.
I mean, she should be old AF right now.
Comparatively, she would be 60, 50 something, 60 something. Because it's been 50 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's like, she's old, but she's not like goblin old.
Okay.
Like
So we do have that.
you're not even sure how Professor Rafika is still alive based on the longevity of goblins. Like if she was a kobold, you'd be like, ah, yeah, okay. But she's a goblin.
That means what? They
don't live very long.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Magic.
She continues explaining stuff that is generally of unimportance to any of you at this point because Valerius has gone to pick up his actual child. You've got some pictures.
Wait, aside like time out, is
Mhm.
there anything else we want to know that I can ask the professor while we're still here? Or not, we'll just go along with this tour and then we're gonna go home already.
I
Uh,
have
Any-
nothing on my end.
Any
You-
other
Valerius chimes in
rules?
wherever he is, and he goes, "Hey, if you want me to just come swoop in and say we have a family emergency, I can do that.
Nah,
Already
I
got
reckon we
floaty.
just we play the part and we pretend like we're still interested. I think
Yeah.
Are you sure?
run its course.
Okay,
I'm 5 minutes away.
very
I'm
good.
3 minutes away.
It can be super awkward and like passive aggressive and make it really awkward for everyone.
Huh?
And then no one will ask any questions anymore when we leave.
There's
Like,
awkward
oh.
laughing noises from Valerius. Like,
No, we don't have to. I mean, we don't have to sour or anything, but as in,
Not
Just
sour, as in like a domestic little dispute.
You're like,
Just
how could you
domestic.
leave? Don't you care about a
Like
child?
disagreements. Yeah,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Like
Okay.
Okay. Morgana, did you say this in the mind link? Like, just you want to start shit? Does Morgana
like-
hear this?
not like doing a scene or anything, but like people
Yeah, so that they won't ask
don't
why
want
he's
to
been
be
gone.
involved if it gets a little awkward, you know. So they kind of
I mean, that's entirely up to you. Valerius is not here.
Okay,
So
but we're all done, right? No other
Yes.
questions. Or
We're done.
anything?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we
Okay.
continue the tour.
so blah blah blah. Tour school. He who Jim lol.
So the whole time Morgana walks around, she didn't see anybody else she even recognizes, or nobody recognizes her.
Chances
only
are
know one
they have
person.
Did
graduated,
you remember anyone?
or
I don't have to remember
you
people.
don't know
They
them,
can remember me.
or are you wearing your wings?
Was Morgana wearing wings when she was in school? Yes.
I don't know. You
The
tell
answer is
me.
yes. So yes, she's still wearing her wings.
Is there any wing changes? Obviously, this one is new. This is like the high tech, never break
This one has
technology.
like pink highlights here and there.
Okay. So, but what about the previous one? Was
Pure-
Morgana
pure-
the goth kid?
Yeah, pure black.
Okay, Morgana was the goth kid. Yeah, because magic exists, they don't call you a witch, so that's nice.
I'm literally a wizard.
Oh, you're a wizard, Morgana. Oh, what? The students do sort of catch your eye and nod. Some of them do talk about you in your direction, talking about your thesis, like, oh, this is the Morgana. How do you know it's Morgana? The wings. Oh, like, does it work? No, it doesn't. It's just aesthetics. Why? But as far as adults go, the teachers do nod their head in acknowledgement of your existence, but nobody sort of sticks around to sit down and talk to you. Like, your best buddy is Professor Stumney. Literally.
Okay.
Sad life. Hashtag. Eventually,
Morgana's fine.
the walkthrough comes to a close as you are transported back to the courtyard that you came in. And Professor Rafika goes, I'm not entirely sure how you are going to leave the place.
I can just set up a teleportation circle here. No worries.
Very good. You can do so here. In the meantime, while waiting, I will bring back some refreshments, and you can have something to drink. She waves her hands, and then a teapot and stuff appears with cookies. And eventually, you say goodbye. Valerius confirms that Floaty is safe in his pocket, and he's got pictures. It's chill. It's cool. And you poof back at the hall circle. None worse for wear. More educated in the comings and goings of Iceroot College. You've learned a few things. You found an interesting door. And uh-huh.
No. Morgana would like to know what is the spell that the lady did that she can wave her hands and food appears.
I will let you know eventually. Later.
Okay.
You ask Rafika, or is this something that you're like, what is that?
It's like, just what is that?
Okay. You can do some research about it. I will tell you later, but I will also tell you that it's the food exists somewhere. She's just putting it here.
So it's like the cupboard again. Yeah.
Huh?
What?
The magical cupboard.
Oh no, the cupboard is special. The cupboard exists in the Magnificent Mansion. Like it's designed to have your dreams come true in terms of food and drink and other beverages. This is like this food was probably on her table and then she just brought it here.
Okay.
Like she just teleported it to this table.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, we are going to close today's session. And we'll continue with the shenanigans next week, because next week we don't have a game. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Watch the Halloween special. Bye.